So what happens when you ask a narcissist to get back with you? Like, what happens when you just dig into when you are done with a narcissist? The relationship is over, and then you reach back out to them and ask them to be back with you. What happens? What goes on in the mind of a narcissist, y'all? That's what we're talking about today. Of course, if you're new here, I'm Lee Hammock, diagnosed narcissist myself, and let's hop right into it, y'all. First off, everybody's situation is different, and this video is not being put out there for me to judge anybody or make anybody feel judged. I'm just giving you the perspective of what goes on in the mind of a narcissist. If you reach out to me, asking me to be back with me, got it? Good. First off, narcissistic people love to be chased. Hey, not all of them, of course. I don't speak in absolutes, but most narcissists love it when you chase after them. When you are the pursuer, a lot of narcissists love that. Right? So if we break up, and most times when you break up with a narcissist or a toxic person, they've done something horrible to you, right? Like, you're not breaking up with them for no reason. Typically, they've done something horrible to you, and you're breaking up with them because of that. Now, when the relationship ends, and then you decide to reach out to me, you got to be prepared for what comes next. You know what I mean? You got to be, hey, I'm just saying, if you reach out to me after the breakup, asking me to come back to you, asking me to get this, let's talk again, let's get back together, let's make things work. If you do that, you are saying that you are okay with everything that I have done. Now, are you actually okay with everything that I have done? Probably not, right? But in the mind of a narcissist, there's a lot of black and white thinking. There's a lot of black and white. Well, if you're not okay, why would you come back? If you're not cool with everything, how I've been treating you, what are you doing here? You see what I'm saying? So in my mind, in order to justify myself, in order to validate myself, I'm going to say, hey, it must not have been that bad because you came back to me. Things must not be as bad as you making them out to be because here you are, right? Am I right? Yes. I try to be right, y'all. Might not be right to everybody. So if you are contacting me after I've been consistently lying to you, if you're contacting me after I've consistently cheated on you or put my hands on you, whatever the case may be, gaslit you, whatever it is, in my mind, I'm saying that you were okay with this stuff. So that's why, in essence, when you take me back, when you ask me to come back, that's why it gets worse. Because now I understand, I think I can get away with everything. You see what I'm saying? Now I feel like because you asked me to come back into your life, because you want to give this another try, I feel like you're okay with everything that I put you through. So now I know I already know what I can get away with. So why wouldn't I keep cheating? You see what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. I know y'all see the hair is gone. The hair is gone. It's gone. But yeah, that's what happens, y'all. So before you reach out to your toxic narcissistic ex, make sure you ask yourself that question right there. Am I okay? Oh, goodness. Am I okay? Am I okay with what has happened, with what has transpired in this relationship? Because if I'm not, then I probably don't need to go back, right? I know it sounds super simplistic, but when you're talking and dealing with a narcissist, sometimes it can be very black and white. Sometimes there's very little nuance when you're dealing with a toxic, manipulative person. When you're dealing with a manipulator who thinks in black and white, it's either all good or all bad. Since you came back to me, it must be all good. You see, this is how a lot of narcissists justify the stuff that they do, because you came back, right? You didn't have to come back to me. You were gone. You were free. You did not have to come back into this relationship. You did not have to come back here, but you did. So in my mind, I think that you're okay with everything that has transpired. I think that you are okay with everything that has happened, although you might not be. You see what I'm saying? I also think that because you came back, that means that we don't have to talk about the stuff that I did. If you ask me to come back, why the hell do I need to address things that have happened in the past? You see? Why are we talking about stuff that has already transpired? Why are we discussing things that have already happened? Why? This is the type of mentality that you have to think about before you go back, before you pick that phone call, before you make that phone call, before you send that email, before you unblock them and tell them how much you love them and miss them. This is the stuff that you need to think about because it's not going to get better. It's just not, y'all. It really is not going to get better. I promise you it's not. So that's why I tell people, think about it. When I'm doing my one-on-ones over Zoom, that I still do, right? Mentalhealness.net for all my one-on-ones. When I'm doing that stuff over Zoom, I tell people, it's just like, look, because a lot of people ask me on the Zoom calls, not everybody is trying to leave, right? Some people are trying to get back into the toxic relationship dynamics. Some people want to know how to get them back. Hey, look, I talk to people about so many different things over the Zoom calls. So when I'm talking to them, they ask me, well, Lee, what if I'm not ready to just leave just yet? What if I call them and ask them to come home? What if I ask them, can I come home? What goes on? I was like, are you prepared to just never talk about what they've done to you? And most people will say, no, no, Lee, hell no, I'm not ready for that yet. I want to discuss my feelings, Lee. I want to talk about what has happened. I want to talk about what they've put me through. I want to talk about what we've been through. I like that. That doesn't really work when you're dealing with narcissistic people. You know what I mean? That's not how it flows together most times when you're dealing with a toxic, manipulative, abusive person. Most times they're going to want to just get off scot-free. Most times they're just going to want to do what they want to do. They don't want to talk about the past because the past is not, how does talk about the past right now help us moving forward? That's how most narcissist minds work, right? This is how most narcissist mind works. It's like, how the hell does talking about stuff that we've already done help us out at all right here? How does that type of stuff work? So if you pick up before you pick that phone up and call that person, y'all, you have to be okay with, I'm just saying, look, narcissist this can be very simple. All good or all bad, like I said earlier, you have to, but it's the focus is on you. And that's why I tell so many people see my story and how I'm still married and whatnot, right? They was like, well, Lee, you still married? Why your wife give you another chance? Why can't we give our partner another chance? Your wife gave you another chance. Y'all, because I've been putting in the work. I've been in therapy for 8 years. I have. And not to get my family back, because I like therapy. I actually like going talking to a therapist. I actually like the stuff that the therapist helps me out with. I actually love going to therapy because it helps me vent. It's a venting place. I enjoy it. Therapy has been a place of growth for me. You know, most narcissists are not going to go sit down and talk to a therapist. They just want you to get over it. That's what I'm asking you. Like, if you go back into this, if you call me, if you break no contact, in my mind, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And y'all, this is a sidebar, right? This is a side thought. Sometimes when you unblock them and go back to them, they will take you back, but only to hurt you. Sometimes if you broke my heart and you broke up with me, even though I cheated on you or whatever I've done to you, you broke up with me, right? So you hurt my ego. So now I want to get you back. I want to hurt your ego now. I need to pacify myself. I need to make myself feel better. So in order to make myself feel better, you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to go out and do it. I'm literally going to break up with you. I'm going to get you back. I'm like, hey, this is a nice relationship. Might clap the cheeks a couple times. Might take you out to dinner. Then in the movie. Then I'm going to break up with you. Then I'm going to leave you because to show you how it feels to be embarrassed. Because this is what some narcissists will do. They will absolutely get back together with you in order to just break up with you. They want to be the ones that break up with you. They want to be the ones that hurt you. They want to be the ones that end it just to protect their ego, just to safeguard their egos. So this is stuff you got to think about before you hop back into it. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Because most narcissists will some of them take you back? Yes. Then there are some narcissists. They're looking to hurt you, right? Remember I said it earlier. They're looking to hurt you. So there are some narcissists out here, right, that will not take you back. You'll call them. You break no contact. You open up the door. Look, you open up the door of communication. And then guess what'll happen? They'll use that opportunity, that access to you to hurt your feelings. I don't want you back. I was cheating on you the whole time. You're a horrible person. You broke my heart. You got the audacity to call me and ask me to give you another chance? Hell no. You see how that works right there? They will literally try to just bring pain to your life because they feel like you brought it to theirs. Fair is fair, is it not? This is how their minds work. It's like, well, fair is fair. You hurt my heart. You broke my feelings. I mean, you broke my feelings. You hurt my heart. I need to break your feelings and hurt your heart. Fair is fair, is it not? That's that mentality that so many people will face. This is the type of stuff you will run into when you're dealing with a toxic manipulator. Yeah, yes, y'all. Some of y'all's feelings are hurt. Some of y'all want closure. I do another video on closure this week. Some of y'all just want to talk to them. Some of y'all just want to. It's just there's things that you feel like need to be said, but ask yourself: do they actually need to be said? I know the trauma bond is tough. I know so many people, you can't just turn your feelings off. Like you can't. I know you have to turn your feelings down over time. You can't just flip them off like a light switch. But these are things that you have to understand that if you're dealing with an abusive manipulator, they don't care at the end of the day. They're trying to make themselves feel better. They're trying to pacify their own egos. They're trying to do a lot of different things in these situations to make them to justify their own actions and justify their own behaviors. So these are things that you absolutely must consider as you decide to move forward when you're dealing with a toxic, manipulative, abusive person. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, before you reach out, before you unblock that person, before you call them, before you reach out to their friends or their family members, before you unblock them on social media and message them, ask yourself the question, am I okay with what they have done to me? Now, I know some people are going to say yes, because you're hurt, because you're still in that cloud of manipulation. Sometimes they make you feel delusional, right? Ask yourself the question, why am I okay with this? Dig deeper. In order to heal from narcissistic abuse, you must dig deeper, right? And speaking of digging deeper, I do have a course about digging deeper. It's called Finding Your Why, Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. You can find it at my website at mentalhealness.net. You can enter the code mothers or fathers for 50% off, y'all. It's a super cheap course. It's 40 deep, in-depth videos. I wrote a 25,000 word script, no AI, all from here, all from personal experience, all from the clients that I've helped over the years. I put it all into a course. It's called Finding Your Why. It's available at mentalhealness.net. Mothers and fathers get you 50% off, y'all. Anyways, y'all, hit that subscribe button. I'm interviewing for my podcast this week. Link in the description to apply to be on the podcast of every video that I do. The podcast is going to be longer episodes and whatnot. I'm thinking about keeping posting them here, but decisions will be made, so y'all. Hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.